category is grease. Yeah, we're not gonna do this. Okay. Alright, so, you know, gotta check myself. Hello. Okay. Alright, so I will be wearing this hat. If you can't take me seriously, that sounds like a personal problem. So, today I'm going to be talking about the Rook piercing, the renowned Rook piercing. I'm just going to be talking about everything you need to know, anything that I think is helpful, and things that have helped me heal this heal this piercing. I will say this has definitely been one of my most complicated piercings. It's definitely not something that I would recommend I'm not trying to diss it, but I definitely don't recommend getting it if you can't keep up with maintenance. It's something that I feel like you need a lot of care for. So I'm just gonna get into the basics. My piercing was $60, which is about right. That's the general area of how much you would pay. My piercer, cleaned my ear before she did it, stuck the thing in and then hooked the piercing in. The pain, it wasn't too bad. I want to say it was probably for me a 4 out of 10, but afterwards the pain was very bad, and I have a high pain tolerance. But I want to say, 2-3 days of throbbing afterwards, your ear will swell. I will say my ear here with the Rook piercing is a lot larger than this ear now. And I'll upload photos in depth, but this is my Rook right now. It's healed, and I'll get into how I healed it because I was having issues. But I'm going to be changing it soon, and I will be doing a video when I change it, because that's definitely gonna be interesting. I'll be uploading photos of my Rook. My Rook has been through all the stages. I'll upload it healed, infected, after I got my piercing, when I first got it. I'll upload and caption all of those. The Rook is different for everyone. I know some people who love it, and I know some people who hate it. I was getting tired of constantly, your Rook heals, and then it gets infected, you then get a keloid, then you get this, then it's just a never-ending process. And I will tell you, I'm literally looking at it right now, I will tell you what saved my Rook. I have tried everything. Yes, I have tried everything to fix my infected Rook, and this one product is what helped. So I'm just gonna go over, the cleaning process. So you're advised to do a sea salt water mixture, and that's what, 2-3 tablespoons. I don't know the measurements. I've gotten the sterile sea salt sprays. I've gotten sterile wash. I've gotten what my piercer recommended. It's Hibiclens. It's literally this pink cleanser. I'll put a photo up of it. It didn't do shit. You put it in your ear, then you have to wash it out, and it's just, I did not like it. I've tried a tea tree oil mixture. Nothing was helping, and if it was only temporary. So I want to show you what I recommend to use for your Rook if you're having issues healing it. Now, the healing process, obviously use the sea salt spray. I'm actually gonna put up what I used. It did help. It's just go through it super quick. I want to say I probably go through it within a month. Maybe I'm using too much, but I do go through that quickly. Your Rook can get triggered easily with infection. If your hair's not clean, if you're sleeping on a pillow, and your head is on the pillow, so your hair oils are on the pillow, then you're putting your ear on it, and then the oils are getting in your ear. A lot of stuff. If you're touching your hands on surfaces and then you touch the piercing, I will say this piercing is quite sensitive. It is on the part of your ear where it's not really covered. It is kind of an open piercing to where if I'm my hair is pushing up against it right now. But let me get into what helped my piercing. Okay, this is the CVS brand wound wash. It's antiseptic, first aid septic. I'll upload a picture of it. It's not. It's literally meant for cuts, scrapes, and burns, and that's honestly how most products work. Stuff that's meant for something can actually work really well for other things. This stuff healed my piercing. I have never seen my piercing this healed, but it is a wound wash, and at first I was buying sterile saline wound wash because I thought saline was what I needed. No, this stuff, it is at your local pharmacy or CVS. This was literally $6-7. I stand by it, and I already have so much left. I definitely think the Rook, it's a great look. I got it because I love the way how it looks. I love the way it looks. I got it because I like the vibe of it. And if you're really dedicated, you will, keep pushing to where it's, where you heal it and everything will be fine. Now, I will say, it's like I said, it's definitely a piercing that requires a lot of care. And I definitely think this, out of all my piercings, this is the longest healing process. It is said online that the healing process is 6 to 10 months. And I got my Rook in November. So November, I got it. So I'm on my 7th month. Oh, okay. Well, no, wait, no. But okay, well, just maybe the cons. So, and I will say, and one of my biggest issues was for a while, I couldn't tell if my Rook was infected or if it was irritated. When I first got it, I'm almost positive it was very infected, and when I hear infected, I think of like green pus bubbling out of something, like gross shit. But my ear was throbbing even far after. For a while, I had like veins around where my Rook was, and I actually did research, and that was like a huge indicator that you have an infection. And I was just like, okay. Just keep in mind, it is a gauged piercing. It's not like a little boop in your ear. It is a gauge, so you're gonna have a hole in your ear. You're gonna have extra cleaning. It's extra healing because it is a larger hole in your ear. And in terms of pain, like I said, I have a high pain tolerance, so I'm not too sure where it lies on other people. But if my healing process the following few days was super painful, then I'm sure that is very painful. You do have to realize it is a hard part of cartilage, and my ear is small, so my piercer did say she had to figure the jewelry out accordingly and do everything. My takeaways for the Rook piercing is definitely keep an eye on it, because just because one day it looks great, it does not mean it's going to look good the next day. I have woken up with keloids on my ear the next day, and it is not fun. Hey everyone, so I just wanted to get on here and talk about a couple things. So I filmed that video 2 months ago back in July. My Rook, she's alive and well. I can pull it, move it around, everything. I will be changing it, but I just wanted to come on here and mention Rook rejection, which is pretty much when your Rook rejects the piercing. It's not allowing your piercing at all to go through, stay in your ear. It's just the last thing I wanted to add in because it's very important, because there are people who can't continue with their Rook piercing if they have Rook rejection, but from what I understand, you can also fight against it, because I think I had the Rook rejection. In my photos I had in the video that you've seen, I think that's when I was going through Rook rejection with the veins and everything in my ear. So I just wanted to add this blurb in. So yeah. Considering the Rook piercing, go for it. I totally recommend doing research on your parlor, the piercer, whoever's doing it. I think it's worth it in the end if you just, push through and stay dedicated towards it. But I hope this video helped you, make a decision, clear some things up about the Rook piercing, and I hope you guys have a great day. Peace.